And welcome back, everyone, to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Joined again with...
Roxas1359, make the song stop!
Don't worry, Eric. We're going back into the Sand Oasis to find King Shahryar.
Yay!
And we're going to equip our first skill in our mini skill rings.
Ring bonus.
Very interesting system, actually.
It works.
Yeah.
I just like thinking that Sonic keeps on putting on pimp rings, though. When you
Don't make me smack you with my ring finger.
Ring finger. By the end of this, when you equipped a bunch of skills, I'm pretty much certain it's all covered in his hand.
Zombie pimpin'.
So finally, level with actual different things that doesn't hurt my eyes.
Level with an actual level.
Let's hurry.
Walk into light. And into adventure.
Into the light and into adventure?
You
Yeah.
can get hit without being hurt.
Also, Char, I'm pretty sure you should have said that during the tutorials.
I know, because...
That's kind of crucial to living.
And,
Just saying.
and little orbs.
Little pearls, Eric.
Pearl is my mistake.
They're not really important right now.
No, they become important later.
Yeah. So, you can collect them if you want. They don't really add to your overall score, to my knowledge. It's more so rings.
Yeah. And in this case, as you can see, you have 50 out of 50, because isn't your first mission basically just getting all the rings?
Actually, no. Your the first mission is actually getting to the goal.
Ah.
There are missions where you have to collect a certain amount of rings, but actually, to go on the ring things, when you level up, your ring count actually goes up too. Because as you can see, you can only get 50 out of 50. Whenever you level up, you can reach up to 100 at most, or even more so.
Huh.
Just add into the whole RPG thing where you level up, you get more health and such.
Yeah, I guess.
So what do you think of Sand Oasis from what you've seen, or what you know of it?
Seeing as how this is still being used, it should be quite concerning for the king that his buildings are so architecturally unsafe that they are falling like nothing. I'm pretty sure this place is still used.
Well, to be fair, the pillars are kind of falling on us, or being orchestrated by like the Razor Jin's dark magic and such.
I guess. Either way, though, interesting level right now, to say the least.
I think it's one of my favorites just because, you know, basically the whole thing about the Arabian Nights, usually when you think of that, you think of like sand.
Well, yeah,
And
you
to
think
make
of
this-
desert.
Yeah, and to make the desert like less of a desert, they combine it with like a sinking oasis, or ruined sinking the oasis, to give it a bit more, make it more interesting and such.
Yeah. Has Sonic and Shara constantly have little banter?
Well, the little banners make it so the level's not just empty
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
Also, this is the part where it was kind of chugging along.
This is where it was starting to chug along when you were doing it on.
A dolphin, yeah, because all the water.
Yeah. Was
like,
it trying? Was
everything
it trying to
going on.
render? Was it trying to render it?
Yeah, it was just doing a lot of things. Also, I just realized I completely neglected the very special pickup we just picked up. The red Fire Soul ring.
Yep.
Do you know what that one does, Eric?
I don't remember. I don't go back to this game that much.
Okay, I guess I'll cover it for you. So the red soul ring is basically collectible strewn throughout all the levels. At most, you can pick up 3 in each level, and they are usually used to unlock specific characters in the Sonic and the Secret Rings multiplayer game, or multiplayer mode. Of course, in this game, you can pick Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, but with the red rings, you can unlock Shadow, Blaze, Silver, and Cream.
Ah, yes. So are we going to be doing a Sonic party eventually?
I'm hoping to. Better.
We probably are.
I still need to unlock Blaze.
How many does Blaze take?
Blaze requires every single one.
That seems odd.
Well, you know,
For-
fire. She's the being that controls fire.
I guess.
It's
I don't
quite
know.
bad because when I first played this game, the manual had like blood red ring wrong,
Who?
so I couldn't find that one. And I haven't found it for like years, which is kind of annoying.
How's Sonic gonna explain that giant piece of building falling to the king?
Eraser Jin.
Okay, good.
How else are you gonna explain it?
Is
Everything's
there,
decayed. Let's look at the building right in front of us.
I guess. No, is everything in this world just Eraser Jin's fault? My wallet's missing. Oh, Eraser Jin stole it.
You holding your hand? Yeah, it's Eraser Jin.
I just stole it from him.
I got it back for you. Sally, all the money's gone.
And the credit cards are maxed out. I didn't even know that we had credit cards back in the Arabian Nights.
I'm about to say. My Genie Express is gone.
My Genie Express is gone.
So here's the proper result screen. We get action bonus, enemy bonus, ring bonus, and whatever the hell technical bonus is.
I have no idea what technical
I'm assuming
bonus.
it's like how well you play and like if you don't die and such.
Yeah,
that
that
makes
would
the most sense.
yeah, that would make the most sense.
I even leveled up.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
And I got a new skill, Mini Turbo, which is basically the equivalent of pressing A at a certain point, or 2 at a certain point, and you get a little boost of speed in the beginning.
Ah, yes, the good starts that you could do in Wii Unleashed.
Yeah.
What's Dr. Eggman doing here? Aha! I knew it! This is all another one of your schemes!
What is the meaning of this? I am Sharyar, king of this land.
Eggman, what are you up to this time?
Eggman finally has his empire, and he changed his name because of it.
I'm ready, Graham Shar, I swear.
Really?
Such insolence! Guards, seize this blue spiky thing at once!
Where are your men, Your Highness?
Oh, that's right. Let me explain. When the evil spirits appeared,
I just love it. Right.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Having to hide in that jar.
See, I told you we were faster than him, Eric. Even though he's a pterodactyl.
I missed the part of the Arabian Nights with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think you skipped that chapter, Eric. Just saying.
Well,
It's a pretty good read.
is that the new director's cut?
Ah, probably.
Ah, damn it.
But sadly, we're not done with Sand Oasis. We have a few more missions to do here.
Yeah. So remember that plot point of the whole 7 rings? Yeah. Do you want to go into that now?
I guess this is a good. Actually, no. I want to talk about King Sharyar first. We'll talk about that in the next part, if anything.
Okay.
Because that's when we actually, find the quote-unquote secret rings.
True.
So, if you've probably noticed from the Dr. Eggman or King Sharyar's title, he's not Dr. Eggman. He's actually one of the characters in the Arabian Nights. Of course, for those of you who don't know, the Arabian Nights is an actual thing. It's actually a collection of 1,001 stories based on a particular story that kind of happened. Do you know the actual story of like how the Arabian Nights were created, Eric? Or do you know?
I don't remember the exact creation. I just know pretty much Persian, inside the main Persian area. I'm trying to remember which exact century it was, because it's more of a medieval collection, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's been translated over time, and I think some of the first translations were in the 18th century, so pretty fucking old.
Yep.
It's
So-
back in the time of sultans and everything, back in the desert, back in Persians' empires and everything.
You like the Sultan of Swede?
Yes. Hence where Sultan comes from, is from, this area.
So
Oh, sorry. You can go.
okay, so to go to the actual, from what I've read, from the tale of how the 1,001 Arabian Nights were created, basically, King Sharyar is the, like Sharyar said, the main character of the story, but in a different sense. He was kind of the sad... Basically, King Sharyar is kind of a jerk, as basically Dr. Eggman is. The whole thing is basically King Sharyar found out about his brother's wife, who was being unfaithful or being like that kind of wife.
Yeah.
And basically from that, King Sharyar decided, you know what? All women are evil or bad or unfaithful or something like that. So he concocted the plan where basically every day he would marry a different woman. And at the end of the day, he would off the woman and go find someone else to marry, another woman to marry. And basically that was happening for quite a while until one individual who was, I I believe, the daughter of the brother, maybe? I can't remember where exactly she was, but her name is called Shariade, I believe her name is. Might have butchered it. But she offered herself to be the next wife. But with the plan to actually end off this whole tirade of marrying then killing the person. How she actually accomplished this plan is basically every night she would tell a story. And at the end, before the story would end, she would leave a cliffhanger. Of course, being the excellent storyteller she is, King Shariade wanted to know what happened next. So he wouldn't offer until the next night. The next night, she continued the story, but left another cliffhanger. And that happened like the book's kind of named after, the 1001 Arabian Nights.
Are you ready?
And after like a certain amount of nights, I'm assuming after like 1001st, he decided, you know what, women aren't that bad, and married her, and the cycle's kind of ended after that.
See, that's actually, when it comes to that, that's actually based off of the ancient Greek representation for the Odyssey, based on by Homer.
Is it now?
Yes. Now, 1001 Arabian Nights is actually a frame story setup. Another thing that would be a better frame story to reference would be, say, the Canterbury Tales. That is another frame story system in which you have a main character, but you have other characters who the story is revolving around at the time or have different stories such for it. So the 1001 Arabian Nights is based on that, and for those of you who do not know, Aladdin, basically, and everything is actually based inside the 1001 Arabian Nights.
Like Aladdin, Sinbad the Sailor, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, such the more famous ones like that you probably would know.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty much for the Odyssey, one of the instances is in which Odysseus' wife needed to marry someone else since Odysseus was gone. So she concocted a plan in which she would marry the person that she decided to after she had finished weaving her tapestry, which she had been doing every night. So during the day, she would start to weave the tapestry, and at night, she would basically remove the threads from it to where it was constantly going on. So that's how the similarities are based forth. So I can see where 1001 Arabian Nights would take that sort of inspiration and modify it in a sense.
That's interesting, actually.
Have you ever read the Odyssey?
I've heard bits and pieces of it. I haven't read it fully throughout.
I recommend it. It's extremely good. The Iliad's also good, but I prefer the Odyssey. Pretty much everyone does.
Oh, speaking of characters in the 1001 Arabian Nights,
Oh, thank you. I thought I was done.
Tails.
Tails? What are you doing here too?
Tails? My name is Alibaba.
Come on, Tails. I know.
Are you starting to see a trend here? Because I am.
I already saw the trend after we saw the king.
It's okay. I'm still
So yeah, many portions of the Arabian Nights, you're going to meet familiar characters, like the main characters of certain stories. In this case, Alibaba, being Tails, and King Shahryar being Dr. Robotnik.
Thank you. If something comes up, we'll be sure.
And of
to
course,
call.
another character later on, but I won't spoil that now. But you can probably assume who it is going to be.
Yeah.
In terms of Sonic's world.
Yeah, this Sonic Team generally did this to have it that it would make more sense in the case of, like, say, the Arabian Nights or what happens in Black Knight by having familiar characters represent characters from that story.
Yeah. Make it so you can still introduce new, I guess, concept characters in a sense, but still make it slightly familiar for people who haven't exactly known about the Arabian Nights, but just playing just for a basic Sonic game.
Yeah.
Which I think is a nice thing they did.
It works. I think some of the theories I see around it is that Sonic's interpreting it that these characters look this way because he's from his world.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like that theory, actually.
Yeah. It's also kind of funny because this game, while it does take assets from the Arabian Nights, follows the stories very loosely.
Pretty much everything follows, any adaptation of the Arabian Nights follows it pretty loosely. Disney especially.
Yeah. Because the whole concept of the Arabian Nights, like all the epic tales that are kind of spoken about inside the book, they just take that and make some kind of grand adventure out of it, really.
Which is pretty much how Greek mythology works nowadays.
Yep.
Pretty much to a T. And then you see all the kids crying because, wait, Hercules isn't this cool guy who, fought people? He's actually a giant douche? Childhood ruined. Especially in the case with Hercules' god.
All the gods.
All the gods. Gods help you if you play God of War.
Oh god.
Gods?
What are you doing to Hercules, Kratos?
Why, he's constantly punching him in the face until it caves in.
Jesus.
That's literally what he does. You're leveling up left and right.
Yep, you level up somewhat fast early on per RPG thing. And we even unlocked a new world, Dinosaur Jungle.
Again, I'm gonna say, I missed the section in which we ended up apparently having dinosaurs in the Arabian Nights.
Apparently you did, Eric. Apparently you actually did. Shame, shame.
Maybe that was the 1002nd story.
It was the extra chapter that was included.
It's the epilogue.
It's the epilogue, yes. Dinosaurs in the epilogue.
All right.
So basically we're done for now, but we'll finish off Sand Oasis next time. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye.